Tonight's show is sponsored by Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. And greenchef.com. Green Chef, go to greenchef.com/CAGcast100 and use code CAGcast100 to get $100 off, including free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 693. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's looking to achieve peace through any means necessary, Wombat.
No, peas.
Oh, right. Peas, you're the peas maker.
Yes, I like peas. I like them when they're extra green, full of extra green penis.
Do you like peas, really?
No, I actually hate peas.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, no one likes peas.
I like peas.
I like peas.
Whoa! I didn't realize I was talking to the pea board over here.
Pea squad. Yes. Welcome to the show, everybody. Wombat hates peas. We've learned another fascinating fact about Wombat just seconds into the show.
That I don't like peas. I don't hate peas. It's not like I would send something back if it had peas on it. It's just not like a go-to vegetable.
I feel like it's really solid. It's like,
yeah, it's one of the best ones. It's right up there with broccoli.
I like broccoli. I like the Brussels sprout.
This is a very controversial discussion we're having right now. I think we're turning off a lot of our listeners.
I guess people have opinions on this.
I mean, maybe he's going for the younger demographic. Like the 12 and under crowd, I feel like don't generally like peas.
So do you like the peas and carrots, or the peas and carrots, the little pearl onions? Is that a thing you eat?
Anything. I'll eat anything.
I'll eat. I'm not a big pearl onion. Like they don't do anything for me. Like I'm fine with them. I'll eat them. But yeah, I'm not buying cans of
pot roast with peas, carrots, and pearl onions.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like that.
I mean, I would like that too. I'm not going to lie. So
are you picking out the peas on that?
No, I just would. I don't know if I would be shoveling them down. Oh, you don't take.
So when you get done with your
plate,
there's
a pea on it.
Is there a pile of peas left, or how's this work?
No, I would eat some of the peas. Like I said, I don't. It's not that I hate peas. It's just not like I'm never going. It'd be good tonight. Peas.
Well, if you're eating some of them, that means there's a pile of them left. Or are you leaving a pile of everything behind?
I honestly, it would depend on the amount of pot roast.
You hide the peas? Would you try to hide some of the peas under in the corner of the plate and spread them out so it looks like less
if it was a good amount of pot roast and I wasn't hungry anymore, then I'm not gonna be oh, and these peas. But if I'm still hungry, I'll eat some of the peas.
He fucking hates peas, man. I can tell.
I know. How dare I? As I'm choking now. You're making me choke.
Like my son sometimes, I feel like I have to watch him eat his meal because otherwise it's just all the peas will just be a pile of peas. And he really likes that when I comment on his eating.
I'm sure he does.
He's a big fan of that.
Well, as Wombat does when we comment on his.
Right. He takes it in stride at this point, Wombat. Wombat takes it a lot better.
I take most things you say in stride.
That's good. That's important. Mm-hmm. That's the successful ingredient to a long-running podcast.
I agree.
And also no listeners.
Oh yeah, we have 7.
Yes.
So,
So welcome to the show. What's going on? Anything exciting going on? We got a heat wave. I'm canceling plans now because of heat wave.
I built a Lego set over the weekend. It's right over my shoulder here.
Should have waited for the heat wave. Give you something to do.
No. Well, it's just me and Elliot over the weekend. My wife and daughter are going to Colorado for the weekend for an event, a bat mitzvah. So I think I mentioned that last week, but it's just we decided against going to the museum because I don't trust the city. He kind of scared me about that.
It's going to be hot.
That too. So we're going to go to the beach.
It's going to be hot there.
That sounds hot there too.
I know, but the thing is the beach is walking distance from my parents' house. So when it gets too hot.
Right. That's good.
We just go back to my parents' house.
Yeah. I like the beach when it's 70.
No, that's too cold. You want it to be 85.
No. See this head? Doesn't
put on a hat.
It needs to be so big though. And then at that point it's people laughing at me.
Hot beach, cold ocean, hot beach.
Trust me, I have plenty of big hats, but it's even still, some sun gets through to my neck is very long. Look. See, that's not normal.
Anyway, like I was saying, I built the Infinity Gauntlet.
Nice. Why is it so far? How come we can't look at it?
I mean, I could try to move it, but we'll
Well,
see.
You can't move the Infinity Gauntlet? It's not that big, really. Up there it is.
Not that big. Yeah.
Oh. Can you drop it
is
on?
big. There's like some weird perspective thing going on with Wombat's camera.
Oh. What kind of camera are you using, Wombat?
The one you sent me 100 years ago?
Well, am I supposed to remember? Is it a Logitech?
No, it's like a cheap, some cheap no-name brand.
Oh, shit.
Like, it looks like there's like 100 feet between Wombat and that wall back there. It also looks like he could practically touch it when he puts his arm back.
You can.
Oh, you mean the wall behind me?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one?
No, I cannot touch it. Confirmed.
Can you knock that picture down?
Knock down this wall, knock down this wall.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, oh, that wasn't that long ago, was it?
No.
You needed you had no camera or something.
Mm-hmm.
The Logitech ones are probably better. They sell like a lot of knockoff cameras on Amazon with awesome reviews, like 4.8 stars or whatever. But now I know all the reviews are bullshit, so I don't fall for that anymore. I fell for it on that one, Wombat. That's my bad, Wombat. That was like I read too many fake reviews.
It's okay. You know what? It's been fine. No one's ever complained on any of these streams. So
Shipwreck, except Shipwreck.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not complaining. It just threw me for a loop that he could actually reach that Lego gauntlet there.
Right. It does look far.
It looks far, does it? Like he pulled like the fact that he can grab
it's a
that
fisheye, maybe a little fisheye,
and
or
then
broken.
put it here, and it's as big as his head is fascinating to me.
Right. When you buy these off-brand Chinese webcams, like the lens isn't exactly like uniform. I don't think it's an exact science when they're putting those together.
Or maybe as I move it closer, my head gets smaller.
I don't know. Try it. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
I was going to go into the city on Friday, but it's going to be like 95 degrees. So
it's going to be hot.
Sounds like a bad idea.
You should come visit me. We'll go to lunch.
Yeah, that could happen.
I'm alone. I'll have my wife will be in Colorado and Elliot will be in camp.
Probably not going to happen though. Because Mrs. Chibi's home.
You don't like me,
and she's working, and I have to
like
no.
I have
to help the lunch.
Because on the list of people that you want to go to lunch with, I'm like 83rd.
It's just not the best timing for that. You're not 83rd. You're in the top. You're in the top upper echelon.
I'm teasing. It's fine.
There's a time I got to know when to work it in.
I know.
It's cool. It's the 2 days a week when Mrs. Chibi's at work.
It's fine. It's fine. He's good.
He's good.
He's good.
Should we do some show feedback? I'm assuming it's all excellent and good.
I did these two together just because this seemed to be the most controversial thing, maybe a top 5 controversial thing ever said on the show.
Okay.
I got multiple comments about it. There were a bunch in the show thread. I picked out these 2. I'm just going to read them together. And we'll start with Doc Sampson says, I'd love to see Shipwreck's list ranking DC movies. If he thinks the first Suicide Squad movie is top tier, yikes. Then
is that what he said during last week's show?
Yes. And then Two Kings has to say, if he thinks Suicide Squad is top tier, then all of his opinions on any movie or show is suspect. But I've always thought that anyway. This is somehow a bit more heinous to me.
Now, I'm not that wrong here, even if you're arguing with me on this.
I mean, your argument is basically saying that if every DC movie is a 50, this is like a 55.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I get it. I understood where you were coming from.
At the Metacritic for these, and I'm not talking about like the good Batman movies from, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago at this point, whatever those were made. Or the old Superman
modern
movies.
We're talking about you're talking about the modern
you're
DC
talking
movies.
You're talking about the Snyder era DCEU.
Yeah. Whatever those initials are. Is that extended?
Yeah, I think so.
We've extended this universe?
I mean, that's what they call it. I'm just using their words.
What did they extend?
Not my
yeah, but you're comparing for the most part a bunch of movies that are like a 40 to a 60 range on on Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes or whatever you use.
Right.
And so
There is no top tier.
the original Suicide Squad is one of the few that like makes a logical sense, like from beginning to end. Like I understand why these scenes are happening right behind each other.
Even in its sense, it doesn't make sense.
No, but at least like you understand like motivations of people. You understand like why you're in places or why
You understand
people
why
are
you're in
saying
places, but
things.
there's never a reason for the people that are in this movie to be in that place. That's sort of one of the big flaws of that film.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean the big flaw of the first Suicide Squad movie is the Suicide Squad is used for covert operations, not to be sent into major metropolitan cities of the United States of America, where there's like some sort of a witch invasion zombie thing that's literally on every news channel. That's not what the Suicide Squad is for. That's what the Justice League is for.
They were busy doing something else.
Yeah, exactly. Or than the Justice Society.
You might as well talk about the new movie and do Watch This Boys now.
Well, this was like my plan all along.
I know.
Right. So the new movie is ahead of the old movie on the list.
Yes. Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. It took us 3 nights, but I finished it. That not to say anything about the movie. That's just like the time
Your
that we
life.
had to watch it.
Yeah.
That's just my life.
I understood. How was it?
It's very good. It's amazing how much movies improve when you have charismatic actors.
Charismatic actors, better writing and directing, a singular voice. Like the Suicide Squad in a location that makes sense for the Suicide Squad to be in, like Corridor Maltese. Which, if you've seen Batman '89, you should be very familiar with Corridor Maltese.
Oh yeah, what was that? Hold on.
Oh, Chibi pull. Why did they use Corridor Maltese in Suicide Squad?
Oh man,
that's where Vicky Vale got her Pulitzer Prize.
Fuck. Yeah, that's true.
Taking photos. Remember, Joker's going through it. Don't like this. Don't like this. Now this I like.
Yep.
Those are the photos from Corridor Maltese.
Yep.
So anyway,
it was fun for the whole family. Ty liked it a lot. I got to say.
Did Ty like it a lot?
Ty did like it a lot.
I bet Ty would love it. If I was 13, this would probably be my favorite movie.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that being a thing.
We finished it in one sitting, no problem.
As did I. I watched it. I watched it alone. The kids left for camp at like 8, so I watched it when they were out of the house. So, but yeah,
it's nice how like anime is so violent now that it's not even like that disturbing for a 13-year-old to watch people get dismembered and stuff.
Yeah,
in a movie like this, it's almost.
Oh, my daughter watched every season. It was when we were on lockdown. She binge watched Criminal Minds.
Is that gross?
That show is
it's gross, but it's not as live action gross, right? You're just finding corpses and stuff.
No. I walked in her room once and she was watching an episode and there was a guy chopping off people's legs and reattaching the legs to other bodies where he had cut off those legs.
Huh. Right. I missed that episode, I think.
And it was like, I'm like, this is the grossest thing I've ever seen. She goes, this was on regular TV. I'm like, not my TV.
We really liked John Cena.
John Cena was great.
His character was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And he was probably the best.
They did a really good job. Everyone in it was great. I liked what they did with Polka Dot Man. I mean, nothing about him in this movie is related to anything he's ever done in any comic book. I think he's only been in like 3 anyway.
Sure.
But, he wasn't a superpowered character before this.
It worked.
I like that James Gunn's like, I like this guy's outfit. I'm going to make him cool, which is kind of like his thing. So
you get some Marvel actors in there to help out DC.
Yeah. So. Sometimes you have to.
Wait, who is he?
He's one of Ant-Man's friends.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the he's like the European guy that is one of the thieves that's friends in the movies.
I got confused and I heard Nathan Fillion was in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought he was, I know, but I thought he was, I got confused. I thought he was playing Rick, the The other
No,
dude.
that's the guy from the
Bad RoboCop.
astronaut movie.
And Bad RoboCop.
Yeah, but he's good now.
But he Bad RoboCop.
He was so much better in this movie than he was in the first one.
Yeah, he was. He was so much better.
Yeah, it was fun. And we tried to guess before the movie started. I said to my family, let's try to guess which characters are going to die first. And I don't, no spoilers or anything, but I got one of them. I thought I got two, but I really only wound up getting one.
One, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I mean, that whole first 15 minutes is pretty just
Fantastic.
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, and again, it's because there's a lot of beat for beat stuff in here that actually isn't Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is sort of interesting.
It's Guardians, but it's gory Guardians, right? Like it's not as heartfelt as Guardians. Like you don't.
No, there's no.
Were you
there's
the
less
one
heart.
who said it's Guardians meets Deadpool?
I said it.
You said that. Yeah, it's Guardians.
But it even has less heart than Deadpool.
It does.
Though.
Correct.
It does have less heart than
the
Deadpool.
first Deadpool had a lot of heart.
So
and
did
even
the second
like
one.
Yeah. And I kept thinking that King Shark was Drax, obviously. Or Drax?
Mm-hmm.
Drax?
Yeah.
Drax.
And I was surprised. I didn't realize that Sylvester Stallone was the voice of him. That was
It's
fun.
like yeah. I mean, there's exactly. And
I managed to
John
avoid.
Cena is essentially Rocket Raccoon, and yeah. Idris Elba is Star Lord, and yeah.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed this movie a lot more because I managed to avoid a lot of like the video marketing for it ahead of time. So like I didn't even know Idris Elba was in the movie or that character. I didn't even see like,
Well, again, that's another like the character that he plays in this movie has very little to do with anything. I mean, he's such a Q list comic book character.
Yeah. But he's like sort of Q list in this too. Like except he's got personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good. More. So that's another good on the short list of the HBO Max good movies.
You know what they're going to screw up with this though? They're going to take away DC's going to take away that they need more gore.
They're going to get the wrong message.
That's what they're going to take away from this movie.
I mean, the movie did not make a lot of money in the box office, although I don't think that's Suicide Squad's fault.
Nothing is making a lot of money in the box
I know.
office.
It'll be interesting to see what, because it's all sorts of weird algorithms to see if this movie made any money on HBO Max. It's not as cut and dry as the Disney method where you have to pay $30.
Right. You got to see if people are going to sign up for the service and to keep people, retained.
They are making the TV show. So
the Peacemaker, right? Peacemaker TV show.
Yes.
Now, is he the only one getting a show?
As far as I know.
Yeah, that's next year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he was going to cancel for a while, and I might come back for that.
It was, I liked his character a lot. What else we got in Watch This Boys? Shipwreck, I started watching that show, Secrets of Sulphur Springs. That's like a family Disney show.
Yeah.
Ty liked the other one better. What was that called?
The other one is Mysterious Benedict Society.
Yeah, but those are an hour, and Sulphur Springs are only 30 minutes.
Correct.
That's a big difference for me. Like, and this one I found it sufficiently creepy. Just the first episode.
Yeah,
it seems cool.
It's well done. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not in 4K, unlike Secrets of the other one, the Benedict Society.
Shit, I didn't put this on the list. Have you watched Turner and Hooch yet on Disney Plus?
I have not. How is it? Have you watched it?
Wait. They made a Turner. What is
There's a new show. It's a Turner and Hooch show.
It's Turner and Hooch show, and Turner is the son of the original.
Turner's the dog now.
Turner is the son of the original Turner, and Hooch is like another dog that they named Hooch. He's like Hooch the Third or something like that.
Out of ideas.
And well, here's where it gets sort of weird. First of all, I watched the first 2 episodes. They were better than I thought they would be. And yes, it's very family friendly. It's still that kind of show, but it was created and written by Matt Nix, who was the guy who did Burn Notice.
Okay.
Which is a very different show. It's slick. It's stylized. It's
sexy.
Sexy, yes.
Is Bruce Campbell playing Hooch?
I'm waiting for Bruce Campbell to show up. I feel like he has to.
Does Turner have a six pack? and
Yeah,
topless
I
a
mean,
lot.
that's what I mean. But that show was, I mean, I really liked the first 3 seasons of Burn Notice were pretty awesome. So there's that weird sort of like, you could tell that there's like this, the tone and the style is a little off for a children's show, but then it's also still a children's show. Like there's one thing I don't want to give too much away, where there's a whole big action sequence and there's a guy and you're like, oh, and they just killed a guy. Like my wife and I both were like, they just killed a guy on this kid's show. And then the guy, then you see what should be a corpse on the ground, and it goes, oh, my back, which I'm pretty sure was 80 yard in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I get
Right.
it now.
And why is Hooch's penis so big?
Exactly.
Why do they need to make?
But it was cute. I mean, I'm not saying this is an art masterpiece, but if you want to watch something with your kids and you have Disney Plus,
there's already so much on there though. They have so many shows.
I know. I'm saying that you and your family might enjoy.
It's on the very back burner. They just keep on putting out new shows though.
It's better than the John Stamos show that my wife really likes and is always
the
on
basketball.
In the background. Yeah,
the best. We're like 3 episodes into that one.
My wife really likes that show. I think she just really likes John Stamos.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know. It's fine. I'm aware.
I don't think she's into basketball.
He has held up well.
He has. He's like 85 years old. Did you know that?
No, he's not.
85. He voted for Woodrow Wilson.
I watched the new series on Netflix.
What you watch?
It's called Cocaine Cowboys, The Kings of Miami. Now, there's some other Cocaine Cowboys series on there, but this is a new one. This was
this is like
no, it's not about the football team.
One. Okay.
Yeah, this is the football. No, this apparently was like a really big deal.
It's about Michael Irvin.
No, it's about these two guys who apparently like imported, hundreds of tons of cocaine into Miami, and they had a huge public trial that was like basically OJ level, but maybe only if you lived in Florida. It was a really big deal there. And these guys, I mean, I don't want to ruin anything, but it's got all the makings of a good crime documentary. Like you got a lot of drugs and excess. These guys were into offshore power boats, like powerboat racing, professional, like these huge ass boats that cost millions of dollars. Which, like, if you're a drug lord, you're looking for money to launder, buy some power boats. And so they were like on TV and stuff. But these guys were like, it was like if Pablo Escobar was a professional polo player. It was basically the same thing. And, they have the trial aspect of everything.
A professional polo player.
Maybe. He probably wouldn't have been so lonely if he was into polo. But it's really, we haven't finished it yet. I think we have one more episode left, but it's good. It's really good. It doesn't waste your time. It's the Cocaine Cowboys. Gotta love it. Florida.
Did you watch What If yet?
No, I just found out. I only found out about it like today that it even existed.
It came out today too.
I never even knew that it was a thing.
A thing? Well,
other than a comic.
Okay, for those unfamiliar with What If, it was a line of comics that was out for like late 70s through the early 90s, I want to say, maybe earlier or later. The basic conceit is Uatu the Watcher, who can see all and knows all, says, what if, and then he finishes the sentence like, what if the Fantastic Four were all monkeys? And then he tells the story. That's the whole concept.
Is the conceit that he's just there smoking weed or what?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Does it always involve monkeys?
Yes, it always involves monkeys.
Okay.
It's like, what if Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider monkey?
Oh.
So, it's like that's the conceit. So this is all MCU based, not comic book based. So it takes things out of like, what if, and this is the first episode, is what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers?
That's cool. But I looked like I saw a clip of it.
It's animated though, right?
It is animated. The animation's really good.
Is it?
I think it's well animated.
Okay, because the clip that I saw, it looked like they're trying to save some money, but I really didn't get a good look.
I don't know. I think they spent a pretty penny to animate these shows.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think the animation looks pretty cool. There were some weird faces in there that Elliot and I picked up on. Like no one smiles like that was basically what he said.
Okay.
Hi, Peggy. So, but it's also like this is, I think, Cheapy's dream Marvel show. The first episode is a half hour long.
Of sex?
Okay.
It's completely self-contained.
Okay. I like
It's
that.
not
No, I
part 1 of 2. It's not part 1 of 9. This is it. When it's over, next week they're gonna do a different what if this thing happens instead.
Painkiller in the chat asks if the quality of the animation is on the same level as like the good DC ones.
I mean, because the DC animated movies, I feel like that quality is like up and down.
Sure. Let's say like
yeah.
the good ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it might even be a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
And the quality of the animation, I mean, I can just look at it.
I think you'll like it. I have you ever seen? Did you see the first Captain America movie?
I saw all of them. I've seen every Marvel movie except one.
I'm just saying.
Except one. Which one?
Which one? Thor 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it. That didn't take long at all.
No, it didn't.
You don't need to see it either. Good job.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
I think you'll.
Oh,
like
I didn't see Black Widow either.
I haven't seen that yet either. I see that's available to purchase now, though.
I saw it. Yeah, it's good. You should.
Okay.
I don't know. You should watch it. I think you'll like
I will.
it. I think you'll like it because it's basically all your complaints about Marvel stuff, that it's too drawn out. This is too long. Why are there 9 episodes? Why is this 2.5 hours to tell something that could only take 30 minutes? This is telling you everything.
I like it.
Literally, it's just they don't stop for a second to let you breathe.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
What's that? Do we know what the other episodes are going to be about or no?
One is what if the Ravagers took T'Challa instead of Peter Quill when he was a child? So Black Panther is Star-Lord. And another one is what if Spider-Man was the Sorcerer Supreme?
No more X-Men, huh? We're just like no more.
And another one is a Marvel Zombies episode.
What we forgot about X-Men? They were pretty good.
They're not going to introduce the X-Men.
I mean, isn't this a good opportunity?
Animated show.
But it's a good I mean, not introduce. I mean, like
because this is canon.
Familiar.
These episodes are all canon. They all
no. It's what if though. It's what if.
Well, that's
what if the X-Men existed.
That's
What if we went back and made shit about X-Men? Because we like X-Men.
It's, you know what? Did you see the Loki? Did you finish the Loki?
Nah.
No.
Okay. Well, then
don't spoil it though. I'm gonna watch the Loki.
Okay, then never mind. Because it sort of has. I mean, not really has to do with Loki, but what if sort of is a Loki thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What else we got? Oh, we got some Watch This Boys news. Idris Elba is the new Knuckles.
I hope he has like a real Guy Ritchie thick accent as Knuckles. Oh, you're so okay. Hey, sorry, that's how I want him to talk. Because he tones it back in movies. But when he does those Guy Ritchie movies, it's like his real voice.
He's a professional. I think he will whatever the role requires for Knuckles.
I think Knuckles would have that kind of Guy Ritchie voice.
Doesn't Knuckles have like a British accent anyways? I can't remember what Knuckles sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know what he sounds like at all.
I watched a lot of that Sonic Boom cartoon, which is pretty good. It's a good cartoon, but I can't remember if he's just straight up American accent or if he has a British accent.
I don't remember anything about Knuckles.
He's red.
He has dreadlocks, apparently.
He does.
See, I didn't know that. Japanese people like dreadlocks. Did you know that?
He's got spikes on his hands.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got spikes on his knuckles.
That's why they call him Knuckles.
I don't know if that's why they call it.
No, it is. It's not. They're not spikes. They're not on the gloves. They actually grow out of his knuckles. It's a deformity that he turned into a nickname.
That's weird. Do you think people like started calling him that, and he just?
I think he started calling. I think he started calling himself it first to like get ahead of it. Like he wanted to own his deformity.
So does he have a real name? Like Miles?
Yeah, it's Nuck E less.
Knuckles. Somebody asked, Androtron asked in the chat, what animal is Knuckles? He's an echidna.
He's an echidna. Everyone
Come
knows
on.
that.
He's an echidna.
What are you, stupid?
What is that?
An echidna? It's kind of like a hedgehog, but not.
Yep.
When is this movie coming out? Not next year or much
I think
later?
So yeah, I think so.
All right. That's
I just
that's
hope Cyclops is in it.
Cyclops is the worst. He doesn't need to be in it. Nobody likes
Cyclops is great.
Cyclops.
I like him.
I mean, he's like, yeah, only because he's tortured
Mhm.
because he can't get the girl, can't keep the girl rather.
Yep.
Mike Richards is the new host of Jeopardy. Wombat, we know.
After he said the N-word in that stand-up show.
No, that's Michael Richards.
Oh, okay. I know. It's the weirdest. I mean, it's terrible, to be honest.
But also Blossom, right?
Yeah, it's Maya Bialik is doing like special episodes,
Oh, that's lame.
but not the daily Jeopardy. She's only doing like primetime specials, which is like not really She's not really hosting Jeopardy. She did a good job when she did her 2 weeks.
I thought this guy was going to get canceled though for something.
Well, he was part of the sexual harassment stuff at The Price is Right. That's kind of why I had to leave The Price is Right. And there's that. And then he became the executive producer of Wheel and then Jeopardy, and he gave himself the job. That's why people are annoyed. It's that we just watched this whole summer of these guest hosts doing their 2 weeks.
He's just like, I'll just do it.
I'll just do it. I'll give it to me.
Yeah. You know who's really good at this? Me.
Hey, exactly. It's really shitty. That's why everyone's pissed off. I think mostly it's like, but
sure.
who are you? And B, you weren't even top 10 of the guest hosts who did it.
Right.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chances are he's probably done some other shitty stuff that maybe just hasn't come out yet.
I think the ratings are going to drop like a stone once he takes over.
Yeah.
Because there were some of the guest hosts where the ratings really jumped up a lot.
Like who?
And Maya Bialik was one of them. She actually started off, her ratings were really low, but she was really good at it and really charismatic. And by her second week, the ratings like tripled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I love that you know this.
I'm sorry that I
I want to know. I want to know. So I'm glad that I could just ask you.
You know, Aaron Rodgers was another one where people were surprised because people were like giving hosts a chance. They would give a host a chance. And then if they were lousy, the ratings would drop like a stone and it'd be like, oh, take them off the chart. And then there were other hosts where like people were like, I can't believe, like Katie Couric was another one.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you watch all the hosts? I guess you did if you watched.
I'm trying to think if there's any that I missed. Well, you know, Dr. Oz was the worst.
Okay, I was going to ask you who the worst was.
The worst was Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz was the worst. It was the lowest rated week of Jeopardy in Jeopardy's history since Alex Trebek started this version of it 35 years ago.
How was LeVar Burton?
LeVar Burton was disappointing.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a little all over the place. I didn't think he did a great job. I was rooting for him. I know a lot of people were. We were all rooting for LeVar, but he was like, people would get something right and he would go, yes. And I'd be like, whoa.
Is that bad to say that? That's fun.
He would like shout a lot. He just wasn't in the groove.
Like, he needed the visor, and then they could feed him prompts through the visor.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, I think people would have been happy if it was LeVar Burton. I think people would have been happy if it was anyone other than Mike Richards or Dr. Oz.
Right. Fair enough.
Aaron Rodgers would have been fun too, but he didn't get it either. He was good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do so many ads, Wombat? Do you want to do the ads or do you want to do the new releases?
What time is it? Do you want to do it? We could do the ads.
Sure.
Let's hear from our friends at Feels.
I'm going to feel up right now.
All right. Chibi, did you know that CBD isn't about what you feel? It's about what you don't feel. Stress, anxiety, pain. For me, sleeplessness. And Feels is great because it's a natural method to relieve pain, nervousness, and sleeplessness without harmful side effects. And Feels is a better way to feel better. Feels is a premium CBD that will help you keep your head clear and feel your best. It's hassle-free, delivered directly to your door. CBD naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. There is no hangover or addiction. like I mentioned, for me, it's sleeplessness, a couple of drops like Cheapy just demonstrated, and it really does help me relax. You
When I
just
take
place
it, it helps you relax?
yes, when you take it, it helps me
Okay,
relax.
just checking.
Place a few drops of Feels under your tongue and feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important and that everyone's dose is different. In fact, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience so that you can find your perfect dose. The Feels consumer service team is dedicated to making sure you get the best use of your CBD. Joining the Feels monthly membership makes your self care easy. You'll save money on every order, and you could pause or cancel at any time. Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/CAGcast to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feels.com/CAGcast. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Green Chef. Green Chef makes it easy to eat the immune boosting foods you need to stay healthy and fuel a jam-packed end to summer. Green Chef takes care of meal planning, grocery shopping, and even some food prep, giving you more time to tackle the back to school season. Eating well is easier than ever with satisfying home cooked dinners and options that work around your lifestyle, not the other way around. Choose from 30 easy to follow recipes every week with options for keto, paleo, and plant powered diets, as well as meals to help you eat in a more balanced way. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. So premium ingredients like organic veggies and high quality proteins are a given. Their chefs design flavorful meals that go way beyond the ordinary, no matter what's on the menu. It's the most sustainable meal kit, so you can feel great about what you're eating and how it got to your table. It's actually the only meal kit that's both plastic and carbon offset. And also, for those who are worried about our partnership with HelloFresh, Green Chef is also now owned by HelloFresh. With a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I personally switch between the brands, and now you guys can too, with both brands at a discount from the CAGcast. Like I mentioned, I use Green Chef. I think it's great. I like the way that certain items come pre-portioned and sometimes even pre-prepped. They make really great, I'm a sucker for anything with shrimp in it. They make a lot of great shrimp dishes and chicken dishes and pork dishes. It's all great stuff. Just go to greenchef.com/CAGcast100 and use code CAGcast100 to get $100 off, including free shipping. Go to greenchef.com/CAGcast100 and use code CAGcast100 to get $100 off, including free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
I'm a potato.
I see that.
Thank
I
you.
did it.
Nice job.
I got through both of them.
You
Now I
did.
need a nap
Yes. Or a potato.
or peas.
All right. Let's get to the new releases.
All right. I know Wombat. I saw you were playing some action arcade wrestling.
Yeah, they sent me a code.
Okay.
So I checked that
Pretty
game
much
out.
unasked?
It was on Keymailer.
Look at you with the key mailer.
It was the promoted thing. They're like, we want, please.
We're paying to give away codes, basically.
Yeah, like please take. And I'm like, you know what? This looks interesting. Why not?
It did look interesting. I saw your tweet and I said, oh, I didn't know this existed.
Exactly. It's very much. I mean, did you play wrestling on the NES?
I played wrestling on everything.
Sure.
Yeah. Remember the original Nintendo wrestling game? It kind of reminds me of that. In fact, I actually uploaded Starman from that game. The guy in the pink suit with the blue star.
I know who Starman is.
Yeah, don't tell us about Starman.
I was clarifying for the listener.
When you tell me
who's the other guy? Amazon? Was that his name?
Yeah, the guy with the mouth. Yeah, I couldn't find him. Because the way that this game works is there are the characters that are preset in the game, and there's apparently a very robust character creator, but the character creator is a separate thing you download on Steam.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
that sounds okay.
Which I believe is free.
It is.
But
I mean, Steam is.
The character creator.
Right.
So although I don't have the ability to create characters, there appears to be a pretty robust amount of people that have spent hours and hours creating detailed characters, and you could download any of them
I
to play in
saw
your game.
Captain America and Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
were wrestling in your game.
Yes, I had Captain America and Spider-Man wrestling Bane and the Ultimate Warrior in my game. There are a lot of like controls to kind of get used to. Lots of back with A and then push X, and
That's okay. That's wrestling games. But let me ask you this:
wrestling game.
if I download,
That's what I was gonna say.
But I understand. If I download, I'm interested in this. If I download Ultimate Warrior, for example, is he gonna have the Gorilla Press? Is he gonna?
No. Every character has the same moves.
Oh.
Yeah, every character has the same moves. You're just downloading the cosmetic look of the Ultimate Warrior. The game's $15.
I would pay $30 if I could get a Gorilla Press.
I think there is a game that probably does do that, but this game is $15.
I think you're looking for Fire Pro Wrestling. I think. Yeah. I think that's
probably have it.
That. Yeah, you probably have it.
It's good. Again, it doesn't have much. It's very bare bones, but it's also $15. There's no career mode. Every match seems to be fairly one-off, even like the 2v2 or the Battle Royale. It's not, you're not creating a storyline for your character or anything like that. You're just kind of going in.
Right.
You're wrestling. You're trying to win. And you're downloading Captain America.
I always try to win.
Yeah.
and infringe copyrights every step of the way.
Every step of the way. So there you go. That is action arcade wrestling.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
What's Dodgeball Academia?
I played that.
What is that?
I played actually a good amount of that over the weekend.
That's on Game Pass, I'm assuming.
That is on Game Pass. I think you would like it very much, Shipwreck.
Cool.
What about me?
You would probably like it too. It's
Sure, why not?
I like Dodgeball.
It's Pokemon meets Dodgeball.
Okay, I'm in.
It's an RPG. You're walking around the school. You're talking to people. You're learning about the school. And then you'll walk into someone. They'll be like, I challenge you to Dodgeball.
Yeah.
And then you're playing a Dodgeball game.
How's the Dodgeball?
The Dodgeball is pretty good. You pick up, you hover, go over the ball to pick it up. You push X to throw it. And then when they throw it, if you push B at the right time, you can catch it. And then you push X again to throw it.
Oh, it's straight up
X
action.
Down to power. Yeah, straight up action. There are like power moves you can do. And, so they throw in some like, magic, so to speak. But it's all dodgeball.
How does this game compare to Knockout City, which is also a dodgeball game I can afford?
It is a completely different game that in no way relates to Dodgeball City.
What about the dodgeball part?
Completely different.
Which is better?
Dodgeball Academia is like a 2D game where it's like you're on one side and then there's the player on the other. So it's not like a first person or third person throwing a ball in a 3D environment.
Right.
So it's very, very different. But the game is cute. It's fun. I think Ship, you would like it a lot.
Yep. Sounds like something I will play.
You should check it out. I recommend Dodgeball Academia to you and yours.
That's on Switch as well. That sounds like it might be a good Switch game.
It's very reminiscent of Game Boy RPGs. What was it? Was it Mario Tennis? Is that the one that was the RPG one on?
The golf one was definitely the RPG. One? I think they might have done the tennis as well. Who knows?
I know it was a long time ago, and I'm old and I forget things.
The golf one would definitely had RPG.
That one, it's similar to that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you'd like it. So,
something I also probably will check out is this new Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Super Edition.
Who isn't checking that out?
So the Super Edition, I'm assuming this is they have snuck Street Fighter characters into the Power Rangers fighting game. We were playing this, I think, last week or the week before, and Dashel was playing it. I was kind of like messing around on my phone or whatever, and then all of a sudden I heard Ryu doing Shoryukens all over the place. I'm like, wait, this has my interest now.
Nice.
So they added Chun-Li and Ryu, and I don't know if there's more in there or not, but kind of wild that this indie fighting game has been going for a few years now, and now they have Street Fighter characters in it.
The Capcom is available for your needs.
Right.
For your licensing needs.
It's weird though, because they're dressed up like they're Power Rangers. Like you can tell that it's them, but they're Power Rangered out. Like they have whole outfits on and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, nerdy as hell.
That's what I knew what you meant.
What else we got here? Anyone play Art of Rally? Is that really $45?
That's on Game Pass.
Nice.
Came out tonight. I have not downloaded it yet. I just saw the tweet about it, and I meant to download it tonight. But it's
is this a rally racing game?
Yeah, but cell shaded maybe or not? Or
oh, okay. I think I've seen this. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That comes out. That the other game that was added to Game Pass that I did download and played maybe a half hour was Boyfriend Dungeon.
Okay, tell me about this. I've heard good things.
It seemed too weird to not download and check out. You are new in town, and your cousin's like, yo, your mom tells me that you've never dated anyone before. We need to get you out there, and you need to start dating. And you're like, but what do I need to do? It's like, it's easy. You just got to go to the mall and kill monsters, and your sword will go out with you. So now you're probably thinking, what? Nothing you said. Well, those were English words.
right.
But when you say them together, they don't mean anything.
You got to date your sword.
You'd normally be right.
Right.
So it's a dungeon crawler, hack and slash kind of thing. But in between that, your weapons transform into people. And they're like, hey, you're pretty good out there. Let's go to the club. And then you have then it turns into a dating sim with multiple, like multiple choice dating sim kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And if you can get your those people to fall in love with you, then your weapons become better weapons for when you're doing the dungeon crawling.
Are you a girl or a boy? And can you be either in this?
You can not only are you could be it's him,
everything,
her, they
do it all.
You can change at almost any time because there's a mirror in your apartment. You just look in the mirror, and if you want to change your pronouns, you change your pronouns. You change your hair, whatever you want to do. So, and honestly, graphically speaking, it's not like it's so dynamic. You're what you look like that it even honestly really matters. But I've been hit on by 2 guys so far.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm very proud of that. So, and I literally just started the game. Like I can go out on, there's a sexy, like topless sword man with a 6-pack. He's like Spanish sword man.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants me to go to the club and meet him there. And that's when I had to turn off the game.
Damn.
Because I'm like, okay, I'm a half hour in. I'm not going to play much more of this.
Right. I already came twice. So
yeah, I'm like,
time to turn
okay,
the game off.
Mm-hmm. So
what else we got? Lawn mowing simulator on PC. That looks pretty good.
I've heard good things about that.
Really?
Yeah. It has a following.
Everything has a following.
Does it have the complete John Deere collection?
I'm sure.
I think you can just you have to download those. People create those and you download them. Get past all the
right
copyright.
There's a lawnmower maker available for free on Steam. There's a game called I Am Dead on Xbox. Great name. All right. Anything else?
I played like 3 games. What else?
That's
do I
good.
need to
I'm
talk
impressed.
about?
I'm very impressed. This game, have you seen this game Carrier Command? Carrier Command 2? It's like it was a game that came out, I think, in the 80s or something, but they like reimagined it with it's so like sort of basic graphics still, but it's better now today, obviously. But you control an aircraft carrier, like the whole thing. And everything is from like your first person view of like the person at the controls or in the jet.
Do you get to say you're writing checks your butt can't cash?
Yeah, you can say anything in like any game. You can say anything. It looked kind of cool, but I heard it was hard as hell. But I don't know.
The first one was I guess maybe the first one. One of these came out for Xbox 360.
Oh. That I don't remember. Isn't this a Microprose game? Like one of those like military things? Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Anything else from new releases? I think that's good. We can move on to Wombat's favorite section. Oh, wait, it's too loud. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
I like the song.
No, I mean, I had the thing up too high. What do you call those? What do you call the faders? Faders.
Yes.
You know the technical terms.
Yes.
Anyways,
Work on those tracks. Anyway, yes.
it's time for your fortnightly news.
Did you play any of the Back for Blood beta? Did you get in?
I played it the previous time it came up.
Okay. I played like maybe 10 minutes of it. I downloaded it. I checked it out. I was like, oh, I get it. It's Left 4 Dead. But they added more stuff to it. Like probably more stuff than they needed to.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like they cluttered up something that was fun when it was simple.
Like, what do they add to it? What type of stuff?
There's like a shop and you buy cards to give yourself power-ups. And I'm like, I just want to how about I just go and there's zombies and it looks really good and I shoot the zombies.
So you don't have to like learn too much, just shoot zombies, learn where to shoot them.
I want to play for like 20 minutes, make the levels 20 minutes long.
Right.
And then be done with it. Sort of like, I don't know, Fortnite, but but with zombies and gore and blood.
Right. Have you heard the zombies say the N-word?
I
watched that clip.
I think they're saying dinger.
No. Well, here, I have it queued up. You ready? I figured out how to use the sampler finally.
No, let's not do that.
You don't want to, what do you mean?
I don't know if we want to play it.
It's obviously not the N-word, but just let the audience. I mean, how do you think the developers would have picked up on this? Well, maybe not. You tell me.
What did you call me?
Not great.
No, it's not. It's just unfortunate timing.
Well, when's a good timing for that?
I mean, unfortunate timing because it's two zombies saying two different things.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one zombie going, and it's another zombie.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
What's the second zombie saying?
Nah.
The other zombie is saying, I'm not falling for that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll clean that up.
Yeah, they can. Like, wow. Didn't see that coming. Well, that makes sense. What else we got here? What's Superman?
Superman was added to Fortnite this week.
Wow, that's big news.
So I unlocked my Superman. People were asking in the chat if I had unlocked Superman yet. So the answer is yes. Cheaper, you're gonna unlock yours because I know you have the season pass.
Oh wait, what? How do I do it? It's free.
You just have to do the Superman challenges. Yeah, he's free. He's in your game. You already own him. You just have to
what are the challenges?
They're easy. They're really easy. You gotta do 5 things that someone asked you to do, and then you can get your Superman skin with the Superman cape. You get Clark Kent and Superman.
Look, I'm Superman. Look,
I see that.
I'm pushing all the buttons.
The only problem with it right now is that everyone wants to play as Superman. So when you go into a game, it's
Superman.
It's 100 Supermen with assault rifles, and when you're on a team and the other team is all Supermen, you have no idea who's on whose team.
Right.
And that's why we stopped using Superman real quick.
What about Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande's, I mean, she's still there, but
not everybody's using her.
Yeah, I mean, I see a handful of.
How was the concert?
The concert was cool. That's right. On Friday was the Ariana Grande live event. It was very similar to the Travis Scott one, Cheapy.
I would imagine.
Yeah, it was just more of that, but it was fine. And that's
so we're not going to say that Superman in this game is really dumb. We're not going to mention that.
I mean, is it really dumb? Of course it's really dumb. But you know what else is really dumb in Fortnite?
Everything.
Everything in Fortnite is really dumb. They've actually literally, it's like, this is our brand.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing anyone's ever going to do. Here we go. Superman, Aquaman, Batman, and Ariana Grande are in a pickup truck and they're driving off a cliff so they can go stop a man dressed as a Christmas tree. At what point does it matter? When does anything matter?
No, I enjoy your Superman, Wombat. I don't want anybody to take it away from you.
Exactly.
Your enjoyment.
For me, the best thing about Fortnite is the literal absurdity of the fact that why is this a thing and why can I do this? So
because it makes so much money.
Yeah.
We all know the answer.
It's good. It works out for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I'm okay with that. I'm glad it makes money because if it makes money, I'm gonna get more of it.
Mhm.
It's sort of a win-win scenario as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely.
Damn it.
We've been playing in this household more of the Streets of Rage 4 DLC. So the game is available on Game Pass. Like the base game is free on Game Pass, but the DLC is not. You got to pay like $8 for that. It's the Mr. X's Nightmare, where just if you're looking to play Streets of Rage for like a half an hour, this is what you want. Like it's like a nice because it's a roguelike basically. They've turned it into a roguelike. I know I talked about it when it first came out, but I played more of it now. And yeah, you level up as you play you play through it, these randomized set pieces, and you unlock different moves for the characters. It comes with like 3 or 4 new characters. And it's fun. It really it adds a whole new dimension to the game, gives you a reason to play it after you've finished it. It's fun, 3 players with a family. Even though Mrs. Cheapy is not that great, we can still after if she dies, you can bring her back on the next round instead of taking one of the perks that you would normally earn. So it's really cool. It's definitely worth the $8 or $9 or whatever they're charging for that. It really breathes new life into Streets of Rage 4, which is a fantastic game already. Highly recommend that. Let's move on to Cheapy's Quest Corner. Have you been playing any more Oculus, Wombat?
Yeah, you know what I've been playing? Obviously Supernatural. I'm still doing that, and Supernatural 3.0 just came out.
Oh, what's that?
It's still basically the same thing where you're hitting the orbs with the bats.
Yeah.
But the environments are just a little bit crisper. They seem a little bit bigger. They also fixed the menus, which were not very good before.
Okay.
So now you can make multiple selections when you're trying to figure out what it is you want to do. You can do music genre, length of time. You can choose by coach if there's a particular person who you prefer. I actually did a hard one this morning just because I like the songs and it kicked my ass.
Nice.
And yeah, so.
Good. Ty's been using that.
Huh? Who has?
Ty, my son.
Oh, yeah? He's been doing Supernatural?
Yeah.
Does he like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get some exercise.
Yeah. It's good. It's good for it. My wife still does it every day too.
I took my Oculus Quest with me to the new table tennis club that opened by me, so that the coach, because I was telling him about it.
Pretty cool.
Well, I told him ahead of time, and he was like, "You got to bring it." He's like, "I want to check it out.
Okay.
You got to bring it." Like, it sounds cool because I was, the table tennis game's amazing, and he didn't even know this thing existed. Like, usually, if you're like a super high level table tennis, you probably don't know that Oculus Quest is a thing. So I'm explaining this whole thing to him, and at the end of the explanation, he thinks that the whole device is, and even after I show it to him, I think he thinks the whole device is just for table tennis. And I'm like, no, there's hundreds of games on here that have nothing to do with table tennis. There's 2 table tennis games, but there's also hundreds of games that have nothing to do with table tennis. But we set it up right in the table tennis club, right in front of a table. And the coach, the head coach there, played it, the owner. And he was like, "This is awesome. This is all," and he was gonna get. And then there was other people came in, and when everybody heard that it only cost $300, they were like, "That's nothing for this." They were expecting, I don't know what they were expecting, but "Oh, I'm gonna buy this. Definitely I'm gonna go buy this right now. I'm gonna order from Amazon." I think and now they just they announced that if the $300 Oculus Quest, you're going to get, they're doubling the storage space now. So same price. And it's 128 gigs instead of 64.
That doesn't help me.
It doesn't help us at all. It doesn't help my friend who just ordered 2 of the $400 versions. For no reason. For no fucking reason. Even after I told him not to, because he doesn't listen to me.
Whatever. They should be like, "Oh, the new one's out. Oh, you're an early adopter. Here's something."
Nah, they're not doing that.
I know. I got my 30% off coupon recently. I guess I shouldn't complain too much.
Anyway, it's still good. I haven't played it though. My finger still hurts. Update. Month 4.
Nice.
I think I broke a bone. Maybe like is there a bone like here, like in the palm of your hand?
Yes,
connects
there are
the
bones
finger?
in the palm. If there were no bones in the palm of your
But
hand would just be like this.
I feel
Just
like
floppy fingers. Oh, there goes.
I
Old
mean, I know there's a
floppy
bone there,
fingers.
but I mean, like
your
obviously, like
knuckles.
I feel like if I broke a bone in my hand, I would be in more pain. Like at times I'm in pain when I do certain things.
I mean, you could go in and get an X-ray on your hand.
It's too late now. It's probably healed by now. All fucked up too. Like I'm all like I don't know.
I don't know what
That's
to tell
okay.
you.
That's fine.
You know what? I'm not
What?
a doctor.
You're not?
No.
I'm just gonna ignore it. That's probably the best
plan.
best course of action.
I think you should go in and just get your hand X-rayed.
They don't do that
at care. Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Get it done at urgent care.
That's the chain place, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, one of them. Whatever one is near you, I guarantee you probably has X-rays. You go in, you get the X-ray on your hand.
Be so
you spend
embarrassed.
the $40.
You're gonna say, when did this happen? You say, when did this happen? I'm like, I don't even remember.
Exactly. You can say it happened like a couple of months ago, but the pain isn't going away.
Right. Maybe. All right. It's time for Shipwreck's Slightly Uncomfortable segment. This is
okay.
Ripped from today's headlines by your boy Wombat.
I did put this one on here. So a new studio opened today. It's what the heck is it called? It's called Raccoon something. Raccoon Logic.
It's from existing
Typhoon Studios talent started this. I believe it's the five people that started Typhoon started this new studio. If you remember, they made Journey to the Savage Planet.
Oh yeah.
Before getting acquired by Google, and then to make games, I assume, for Stadia, and then they were all let go because what the hell is a Stadia? And they started their own studio, and they posted a picture today, their first staff picture from what I call Raccoon Logic. And it was a photo of 20 white men. To which Jason Schreier, he was the first person I saw tweet about this, say it's pretty wild that in 2021 a new game studio still looks like this, and it was the photo of the 20 white guys. So I guess the question is to you, Mr. Shipwreck, is there a problem in 2021 if you are starting a new company to only have white men on your staff?
I have a slight correction before you answer.
Okay.
Apparently there is one female employee, but she was out of town when the photo was taken.
She was in Canada?
Mexico.
I was gonna say, I did look at the Typhoon site was still live, and I believe there were 3 female employees at Typhoon, one of them being the wife of one of the founders. And also it's worth noting that one of the founders of Typhoon and Raccoon Logic was the same guy who said that streamers should be paying the video game companies. Remember that nugget quote?
I remember that. That's one of these.
He was that guy. And also apparently he's the same guy who said that Assassin's Creed games, back when he worked on Assassin's Creed 3, that Assassin's Creed games can't have women in them because they're too hard to animate.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it feels like you're flavoring what my opinion on this.
You know why? Because I guarantee you my initial opinion was the same as yours. And then it was sort of like, but there's a rabbit hole here too.
Yeah.
But also
on its base level, it's slightly odd, but not that unusual, right? Like to have a game studio that's start up with 20 guys. It's like, okay, or 20 white guys. Not great optics, but not that it's not like far-fetched.
Like there's a very distinct possibility that these were literally 20 of the people that were let go from Typhoon, and when they started their new studio, they're like, let's bring in these people that we know are out of work,
right? And it's
there were no job postings, and there's definitely some logic jumps that you could jump through and say, well, maybe this is what happened. And
that's probably truly what happened, right? Like this wasn't a job search, like where they were going out and like having applicants come in, like most likely, is my understanding of this situation.
That I agree with you. I think that there is probably a very good chance that this wasn't something that was posted. And yes, it does sound like excuses, as someone mentions in the chat, but it's also probably what happened. I don't
Probably
think
reality as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think it was a deliberate let's not, or let's do this, or let's do that. But as you said, it's not great optics. And it's not great optics when one of those people has a history of putting his foot
when you
in his
start going
mouth.
down that path of the history, that's when it gets the benefit of the doubt starts going away, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the exchange? One of the studio heads, like, they just doubled down when confronted on Twitter about it. There's like no humility at all. Like, all you have to do, like, if you can put your ego aside for just a moment and say, you know what, maybe people calling us out, maybe there's some truth to it. I could, even if I'm like a little selfish, I could say to myself, I could probably just like shut them up if I just said, you know what, that was an oversight on our part, and we should hire more women.
I would say like that you handle that in the like, well, as we grow.
Right. I mean, it's so easy. Like even.
Yeah, it's as we grow, this is something we definitely want to do. We probably should have done it when we started, but we haven't done anything yet. None of these people are, they weren't applicants. These are our former coworkers that needed, that were out of work and are with us for something. But
nobody wants to admit that, like, maybe they made a mistake, or like, or that they could do better.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like, let it go. Just, you could lose. You could lose sometimes, and admit that you made a mistake. It's not so bad.
Do you think people are being unfair because it does have that guy whose name I can't remember? Wait, I have it right here. Alex Hutchinson. Do you think because Alex Hutchinson is on this staff and Jason Schreier knows that he would highlight this with this company when they launched this photo, when I think it was 2 weeks ago, when the Ascent came out, their team also released a picture saying, I can't believe the 12 of us worked on this. Only the 12 of us worked on this game. And I remember because we discussed it in the CAG Discord channel. We had a whole conversation about it. Everyone who worked on the Ascent was a white guy. So why does
absolutely Jason Schreier?
So is this controversy?
Flavors this, yes.
Yeah. Like, is this a flavored controversy? And should the Ascent be getting a pass?
I don't know. Like, it's. Would we like to have more diversity in that? Yeah, sure. We would.
And that's all the guy had to say when confronted with this. You know what? You're right. We would benefit with more diversity, even if he believed that it was false, like, and just wanted to just make it go away. But no, they want confrontation. They want to, like, they don't want to say that they could have made a mistake, even if if it's like a false admittance, just to shut people up. They don't even want to do that. It's just like, no, we're that's what we're doing. We made our decision, and we're sticking by it. And we don't make mistakes. This is what we do. Sorry, it doesn't matter. You're just you're a game writer. You don't know anything. I won't give an inch to you. Like, man, like, that's not a good way to go through life, I feel. I feel like you have a much better time. Don't take yourself that seriously, and realize that there's room to grow, like in anything.
Yes.
Like, really
and I
lame.
posted in the Google Doc, and I also put it in the Twitch stream, the tweet that was sent out by the people at the Ascent, that literally no one noticed as that game came out, and was actually kind of like at the height of that, people talking about that game.
Sure.
They literally did the same thing,
right?
And no one seemed to care.
To be fair, they probably put their studio together several years ago. I don't know how long it took to make that game, but I mean, I'm not making excuses for anybody.
I was gonna say, but what,
maybe they're really smelly guys and no.
Well, I will say this: did you know that the studio head for the studio that made the Ascent, his first name is Arcade?
Yes, I did see that.
You're saying that's gonna scare away all the ladies?
I'm saying that he's an X-Men villain.
Oh. In that case, he should probably be attracting women.
Probably.
I don't know
But anyway, that's that.
And then Jason Schreier got a lot of
Hate
death
mail.
threats. Yeah, like
Yeah. I don't think
You
anyone
Jew.
is 100% innocent in all of it. I think but whatever.
I mean, look,
All sides are wrong.
if
Can everyone be
Jason,
wrong?
look, Jason is well informed, certainly. And
Yes.
if he sees something that he thinks is bullshit, he's got an audience that wants to read what he has to say about it, and he knows it, and he is not doesn't hesitate to put it out there.
I know, but do you think he was also coming after this guy because this guy's kind
Sure.
of an asshole?
Sure, definitely.
Yeah. Which,
Why not?
I mean, it's also
Wouldn't
that
you,
guy's
like-
fault for being kind of an asshole.
If you're going to put somebody on blast on Twitter, Wombat, which you probably have done from time to time, if you thought like,
I don't think I've ever put anyone really like.
I mean, you probably called some people out once in a while. If you thought the guy was like actually like probably a good guy at heart, maybe you wouldn't put him on blast. You just let it slide. But if you thought the guy was an asshole, you're more likely to let
Treat
people
him
know
like an
about
asshole.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Oh no, I get it. Maybe Arcade is a good guy. I don't know. Never met him.
Anyway, nobody should be writing like "I'm going to kill you, Jew," like to your Twitter account. And then he reported all the tweets, and like Twitter didn't seem to care.
No, Twitter does not care.
All right, let's move on to Nintendo, where we have a surprise Whip Smart Spank Banky Switch Lude Miley times Emily, which is a visual novel dating sim with a lesbian Yuri lesbian. I don't know what a Yuri lesbian or Yuri/lesbian. I don't know what that is.
But what is that?
That's a theme. Do you know what a Yuri is?
Nope.
I feel like you should know that with your
I know.
job.
There was also something very loud in my house, and it was distracting.
Is it a Yuri?
I might have been.
Banky says, well-drawn graphics, but nothing explicit, so it's going to get his mild rating for the week. There's 5 possible endings. He said it's well-written, funny, and sometimes spicy dialogue, but not nearly long enough. Another joint from the Gamazumi crew, and they gave us a review.
Oh, that's my
code.
favorite crew.
I mean, they keep sending Banky codes. He thought he was out. He thought he was shooting dust, as he said to me earlier. All right, let's move on to the CAG bag.
We can learn something here, though. A Yuri.
Yes.
It says Yuri is the shrieking violet, a term to describe a character who prefers to blend in with the scenery than to attract unwanted attention.
Oh, I see. Demure, I guess, would be
think.
the English word.
It's also
Athletic or
it's
demure.
also a genre of this might be the correct definition. It's a genre of Japanese media focusing on intimate relationships between female characters.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it is.
Yeah. Now we know. See, we're always learning.
Demure, athletic.
It seems like you should know this, Wombat.
I don't know that.
That
Now you
sounds
do.
very specific.
Now you do.
now you do.
Now we all know.
It sounds like
I have
Arnold
to clear out my
Schwarzenegger
Google searches.
describing his girlfriend in Total Recall. Yuri, lesbian.
He didn't want a lesbian, did he?
No, he didn't.
No, that doesn't
No.
make a lot of sense.
No.
Unless he needs a
we
partner.
Learned, we
to work
learned
with.
something. We learned something.
The late great Rachel Ticotin.
Let's move on to the CAG bag, where we have a question from @voicedbynathan, who asks, what has surprised you the most about the new console generation so far? Lack of games.
There's nothing to be surprised about because you know what? The thing that still surprises me the most is just the ambivalence of their awful storage systems. But it's not even that they exist. It's just this is what it's gonna be.
Well,
But
it is
yeah.
what it's going to be.
Because it is.
I would
No,
say.
I think the fact that there are no like exclusive games is the most surprising thing for the most part. Like there's a couple, but Microsoft really stuck by their guns of like, hey, we're not doing generations anymore. And Sony's kind of stuck in that same place too, just because they don't have any of their games out yet.
Right.
So it's really weird still to go into stores, and like it's starting to get some like sections of like, here's some PS5 cases, but it's all the same games for the most part that are in PS4 cases. And Xbox, I don't even know, like, are there anything that looks different on Xbox games?
on the box.
Yeah, like I don't even know.
so, but you wouldn't even
Is
know
there?
because
They don't exist.
right. Right.
I don't know if I bought an Xbox Series X game. Right? Like I've bought games that have the sticker on them, but I don't know
There
that
are
I've like.
none. There are no Xbox. I mean, well, no. Whatchamacallit, Flight Simulator, right? That doesn't run on the old Xbox, right?
No.
I can't imagine it does.
Is that the only one?
Who knows?
The
I don't
medium?
know.
Does that still only
it's
on
all, this generation has been like the truly like, okay, what happened? Like there's not like a clear cut at all. There's just like this mesh of games, and you can play games like no matter what. Like they're just there and you can play them.
Right. We don't know what system they're for, but they're on your TV right now and you're playing them.
Right. Like, no idea. No idea what this is.
It is funny how like people still like obsessed with trying to score a PS5, but it's like what's the rush, man?
I mean, it has Ratchet's fun, but it's not like it's not like something you need to actually like go track down a console for.
Right.
The other Spider-Man game's fun. I don't know. There's some the games that we don't play, right?
Like what?
The Dark Souls or
the
whatever.
Souls games.
The Souls games.
Right.
I don't know. I'm waiting for something to surprise me. Something come out.
Please. Forza.
That's gonna be nice. But it's still are they still putting out a version of that for the last Xbox too?
I don't know.
Oh,
that game should be pretty though.
It should
be real pretty on the Series X.
I think the thing is like I still play my old consoles so much because those are what I have hooked up upstairs in the living room. So I'm playing the same games in both locations, and it's just like, oh, these load. It takes longer to load on this old one, and the graphics are better, but it's not like.
You know what
like
I did?
My eyes are hurting because I'm playing the last generation version of games either.
Sabrina wanted to play Undertale last week, and that game is on the cloud thing, the cloud streaming, the Game Pass.
xCloud.
I'm like, there's a name for it, right? It's on the xCloud, and she has her Chromebook in her room. xCloud, thank you. I set it up on her Chromebook.
Yep.
With Bluetooth, she could use the Xbox, and she was able to play Undertale in her room on her laptop, and that was kind of cool.
You saved the day.
I did.
Nice.
She's like, I just want to play this one game. I'm like, well, here, play it.
So I guess to answer this guy's question, the most surprising thing about the new consoles is how underwhelming they are so far. But this hopefully this fall, at least for Xbox, will get us excited again.
Yeah, and NYC Badgers like kind of said like, isn't this just how generation transitions go? No, there's like this small, but not. This is new. This is not a normal transition between generations.
Like, I feel like by now it would be transitioned, but maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I think we have until March of next year before it starts to get really weird. But yeah,
but it's the backwards nature of everything too, right? Like it's just like, oh, these new games are coming out, and we're still going to support the old consoles with them. It's like it's this weird. This isn't things that they carried on for a long time. You get like different versions of stuff, but not like the same game for both.
I think it's going to require one of these third-party companies, an EA or an Ubi or an Activision, is going to come out with a game that's only going to be on. It'll be cross-platform. It'll be Xbox and PlayStation, but it'll only be PlayStation 5, and it'll only be Series X, and that'll be the game that's sort of like that's going to be the toe in the water. And we'll see how that does. Because enough consoles have sold where you could have a hit cross-platform. But I don't know if you could have a hit if you're unless it's a first-party game that's a console exclusive. Like, that would be hard, I think, still.
But. Yeah, and Game Pass muddied it because there's no big events for the Microsoft ones, right? It's just like you turn it on and there's like your
game.
Your first party titles. It's right there.
It's right there. Here's your Halo. Here's your
I'm
Gears.
not complaining.
No, I'm not complaining. It's just a weird. it's so much different than Generations, and it's not a big jump between last generation and this generation still.
No.
Right? Like you get the faster load times, you get the high end kind of niceties, but it's not like, oh, this is a completely different experience.
Right. Like Painkiller in the chat points out that Xbox One had like there was 2 different versions of Forza Horizon. There was like, literally 2 different versions. It wasn't just like frame rate adjustments. Let's move on. Real Keith writes in and asks or says he bought a Hello Tushy bidet. Any tips for using one? Should I do a hula motion? Also, do you have to take your pants off to use your squatty potty? You don't have to take your pants off to use a squatty potty. You do have to
pull them down. You have to pull them down.
Yeah, you got to pull them down.
Don't leave your pants on.
Yeah, for everything you should take your pants off for everything on the toilet. I haven't used the Tushy bidet, but for my one, you want to like angle your asshole onto the stream directly, and then if you can, once you get good at that, you can like suck up the water with your butthole and like spit it back out, and then you're going to be so clean. But that takes a little practice. Howard Stern's talked about it; he can do it. But you do have to you basically just move your ass around until the water's going right up there. Don't be afraid to have it get right in there, like inside you. You want to get waterboarded rectally, I think. And that's it. Let's see. At Fendozer writes in and asks, have any of you guys picked up the Lego Mario toys? If so, what do you think? I was skeptical at first, but my son and I love them. They were on clearance at Target.
Yeah, the first wave of them are starting to go on clearance everywhere because they have new ones coming out, and they put out a ton of them, right?
I remember during holiday season, they were the only ones on the shelf.
Yeah, and some of that is, I think they overproduced.
They definitely
ones.
overproduced these. Yeah. I honestly, they look kind of lousy to me.
They're fun. They're fun. The parts that look kind of lousy are the level parts, like the in between like connections of the levels. It's just like, oh, that's just like a long Lego piece that connects some like rounded off squares. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame. But all the like Mario stuff around it, the figure and like the thwomp or whatever, the guy that falls over.
I know what he is.
Yeah, like I have him, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I like this thwomp figure, and I have like a Yoshi. And they just put out, or they're putting out the one of the airships, and that looks pretty good. So,
I mean, the Bowser's Castle looked cool, but you have to get the starter kit just to do anything, and the starter kit looks like crap. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I think that was the mistake with them. Kind of, it's kind of neat, but at the same time, it's just like, oh man, if they just made these like Legos, they would have a real big hit on their hands, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why it's that whole, you need to get the special Mario that does the special thing, and he only comes in this set, and it's $40, and it's like 6 pieces for $40, and you need that before you could get anything else. I'm like, this is dumb. And that's why it was the only thing on the shelves left after the holidays.
It's like Lego DRM.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like it.
It was dumb. It was a bad call. Just make regular minifigures that look like Super Mario.
It's not that hard.
You get really Luigi now.
Yeah. Good for Luigi. It's me, Mario Slay, my brother.
All right.
Oh, where's a hug? A hug for Luigi. It's so long.
All right, let's wrap it up, Wombat.
All right.
Let's remind everybody that we do the show on Twitch live Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/cheapassgamer. It's fun because then you can see when I'm a potato. Otherwise, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say I'm a potato. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What else? We got a CAG Discord, discord.gg/CAG, and you can chat with us on there. That's a good time. And Proper Modulation on Fridays, 4 p.m. We're talking about stuff or doing reading Reddit or something. I don't know what we're doing. Who knows? Also, Wombat's got a Fortnite creator code, Wombat5277. Buy your V-Bucks or whatever, everything.
If you're buying an Ariana Grande or a Gamora on Saturday.
Taco Grande.
Taco Grande, Star Lord is coming back on Saturday.
Big time.
Big time.
Big opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Tonight's show is sponsored by Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast and get 50% off your first order with free shipping. And Green Chef, greenchef.com/CAGcast100 and use code CAGcast100 to get $100 off, including free shipping.
Awesome. We're going to raid this awesome DJ, LP Giobi. She's really good and a producer. So there we go.
All right. Red's done.